correctional center. Ebe a na-edebe ụmụazị, nga nke ụmụazị ebe a ga-anọ wee reform ọnwa anwa. Ọzọ dị ka ibi efe ekwugo maka agency ga-achịkọta ihe niile gbasara GBV anụnwa ọnụ ka e wee nwee ike na-eme ya. Ọ bụ na anyị nwee agency ga-achịkọta ụmụaka niile, o nwere ike akpọ ọnya sexual and gender-based violence response agency, ma afọ ọbụla asọrọ Anambra afa bụ ọnya. Enwenya, donor agencies will want to work directly with that agency. Afa na-eweta ga-eji na-enyelu ndị anwa aka ga-adịkwa na ya na-eme. Shelter anwa nkwulu mbụ abụrụ just shelter a ga-eji nete ndị emelụ arụ anya. Enwe shelter ụmụ nwaanyị di ha tiri ihe nwere nsogbu bedi nwee nkefe iche, nke ụmụaka ga-adị iche, nke ụmụ agbọghọbịa gabiga rape a ga-adị iche, nke ndị trafik la trafik si esi nata nke fa na-adị iche, because na ọ bụrụ otu esi akansụl ndị a ka esi akansụl ndị a, nke ndị arụ adịrọ nwee ka o si metụta ha n'ụbụrụ isi na-adị iche. So ndị ọbụla nwee shelter nke fa n'iche n'iche, otu a ka esi enetefa wee na-enyefa psychosocial support. Then ọzọ dị ka ibie bụ na ị na-anya ifu na onwero ka e ga-esi na-aka akụkọ gender-based violence ghara ịkọta akụkọ ihe gbasalụ drugs anụnwa a na-akpọ. Onwero ka ị ghara ịkọ ihe gbasara ya. Then ndị anụnwa na-akpọ drugs a ụfọdụ ọ na-aghasafe ụbụlụ. Kedu maka rehabilitation center a ga-eji wee na-achịkọ ndị a wee rehabilitate efa? Ọ bụ na ewepụ drug ụfọdụ n'ime violence a ga-ebenata. So ọ bụ na enwe rehabilitation center, so ofu ka ndị agụla amara ma na functions kwa ọfụma.
And it's private. That means, you know, working in synergy with government.
Yes, ụmụaka na-agabiga ụdị ife a rinne.
Thank you, thank you. We are done experience in fighting GBV. Can you just, a round shell, tell us why Lagos succeeded? Why you think Lagos succeeded? What formula did they use? What did they do that made them thick in this fight?
It's simple. Just what you have said. They have an agency. If you listen to them, if you go to their agency, you're talking about shelter. They provide shelter in different senatorial zones, different shelters. They have special funding. They connect different NGOs. Not like this.
Is it from government, special funding from government?
From government, from private.
Okay.
They coordinate public-private response. They have they even have online where somebody who has, who is a survivor can quickly call and have attention to it. In fact, they coordinate. It's such a perfect situation that they're going higher and higher. And every other person, just like you said, in that agency, they have what they call, what is it called? Something register. Sex offenders register.
Okay, sex offenders register.
Okay. So in that agency, they have everything about gender-based violence in one-stop shop. So it makes it easier for them to coordinate, and they have a lot of funding, even from private people.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
They have mobile, they have everything that they need.
Thank you.
It's an agency provided by the law.
Okay. The fact is that we could learn from what others have done, because people come down here and learn from us a lot of things from Anambra State. Like,
there's something I learned I would like to share as well.
For 1 minute?
Yes, 1 minute. In a particular state, what they do is that anybody that is guilty, any sex offender, whatever, the name of that person will be pasted in Igwe's palace and the various strategic points in the town.
Serious?
So no Igwe wants to even hear that he's
more
so everybody is so jittery, they don't even want to be part of it. So every family is warning their rough boys, please don't get our names to the Igwe's palace or any strategic point.
Thank you.
Experiences.
Thank you very much. We want to thank you for your contributions. We will continue from now till tomorrow. We'll still continue reliving our experiences, but we've taken one thing out of there, that there should be unity and we should be systematic about what we're doing. We have to, we have to recalibrate, to bring in new features, do things differently, and not doing it in the old way that we are used to. I think it will help us. Thank you very much, panel.
You
have an assignment for us, Biko.
Yes. Chidimma, okay.
Yes, like that. Spread out. Your hands like this. Touch your sisters. That means you have to spread out again. Touch your sister. Just do like this. And the tip of the hand. Just. Now, can we take that photo? Can we take that photo? Okay, what back again? Yes, that he has to talk. Yes. That's unity for me. Is that not unity? Is that not unity? Yes. Okay. Now, are you raised up? How are you getting it? Raise it up. When you can exercise. Yes, I think I like this. Do you like it?
Yes.
United to fight.
GBV.
United to fight.
GBV.
United to fight. Now put
GBV.
it down.
Wow.
Okay. Have you gotten it? Thank you, Uncle, for your help.
Biko kolo no faka, dalo no.
Okay. So,
Anyị na-achọ ka anyị banye na ife ọzọ.
Okay, we can draw. But then why didn't you raise it then? Okay, fine, I can work it.
Okay.
If the commissioner can only facilitate getting the state agenda.
Yeah.
So you
That's not
introduce her as that. Like she will now ask, she will unveil now to get the state agenda. Okay, also not child they basically communicate. So then after that, they will not come out and read the communication.
So boy, I'll call her Dr. Eagles is here. Okay, we're getting to the end of this first in history event, August event. We're getting to the end of it, and we want to unveil the agenda for the state GBV response. What should be the way forward? And who is going to anchor this? Who is going to take care of this? Who is going to man the affairs of this session? And it's no other person than a woman who made waves when she was in charge of the Ministry of Women Affairs. So, Dr. Mrs. Ego Uzezie is going to facilitate this session of unveiling the agenda for state GBV response, the way forward. I think in this, this particular session, we're supposed to get pledges, commitments from people from different sectors, you know, the sector's commitment to this fight. So she's going to take care of that session. But let's see if Ndigwe can agree to come back so that we can finish it up. Okay, we'll go there. So can she now? Yes, I'm going to. We're supposed to do that with the camera. Can a camera follow you? Chidima, is Chidima still around? Dimma. Hey, she has gone. Bakije won't take commitment in the way or not the necessary, so that we'll be doing.
1 minute, permanent secretary.
Okay.
Let her make something on behalf of the head of service.
Okay.
Equally represented.
Okay. Okay. Stick to it. Okay, while we wait a bit for Kandi Anata, dear Palm Sex, we want you to do 1 or 2 good messages because you've not spoken, and even our mommy too. Okay. Okay, on one, maybe later. Close it. Okay.
I'm still standing. You know, I'm wearing 3 shoes. Yes, I want to. I'm here representing the head of service, Barrister Mrs. Theodore Okwi Igwewe, MNI. She's here in spirit with us. In fact, she wanted to attend this function, but due to exigencies of office, one came up immediately and she said I should go and represent her. She wished to be here. Of course, she's a lady, and you know the way she thinks, her thoughts about things pertaining to the citizens. Yes, she is very, very happy with this August occasion. So she wants to facilitate with the Ministry of Women Affairs for this great feat. And also Rolak, Madam Jo. Rolak, and especially the steps we've been taking, very consistent over the years. And I'm sure she'll be very glad to see this beautiful event successful. Yes, on behalf of the head of service, we welcome everybody here present. And as well, my honorable commissioner, he also wished to be here as well, and he sends his greetings. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Daluso Doc. Okay, Bikono, I plead with you. I plead with you. Akwiteni bioma. Yana be why makantasi. Kekitasi anyo be 2 minutes kinwelo. Ntasi is vital. So let's we need to unveil on age internationally. I need stream. Do you understand? So this is the coordinator. Yeah. The coordinator of Untasi Sexual Assault Referral Center. Amako, you don't mind that.
Good afternoon, everybody. You are all welcome to this epoch founding ceremony, Unite Conference of our 16 days activism. You are all welcome. Please, I want to tell you about Sexual Assault Referral Center. They have said so many things about it. Our referral center is not a new center, not the first time we are hearing about it, but I want to use this opportunity to tell you mostly the roles that we play there. We do what we call forensic. When a sexual harassed person is visited to the center, then we have our doctors that manage their case. And after management of their case, we put their files, we do render confidential services. We don't discuss our clients of any kind, we don't discuss them. And we support them in terms of documentation and every other thing, we support them. And at the same time, we collaborate with other CSOs, agencies for rendering the same services to the GBV, survivors. So I also use this opportunity to tell you that we do have challenges in that work. We have a lot of challenges. The number one challenge that we have is a fund. We don't have enough fund in rendering all those services that we are doing there. At times, we have our client visit us. It's we that we use our salary to give them for transport. We don't have drugs that we are using for their treatment, and many other things that I cannot start to calculate or start listening it to you people here. So we need support at Ntasi. We need support, government, we need support from government, we need support from other organizations, we need support from even from the community people. We really need support from you people. And another challenge we have there is corruption and impunity. Yes, many of us, when we have a case of this nature, they have said it all. The people that spoke before me, they have said it all. At times, because of corruption, we will not allow these people to receive justice to their cases. So we need support, please, we need support. And again, stigma and the social barriers. You know, when somebody have this type of thing, get encounter with this type of case, there's a lot of stigma that is attached to it. So we need support that from the communities, more especially from the communities. And again, some of our people there, our people from the same community, from the same place, they will start to harass us. So we need support. All this is what I want to tell you. We have our number, we have our contact number. If you don't mind, you take the number of Sexual Assault Referral Center. Our number is 090. This is our hotline. Our hotline, in case, if there is any case, if you have any case, just call this hotline. We will respond to you immediately. 090-422. Should I call it? Should I call it? Okay. 0904-922-4086. I repeat again. 0904-922-4086. Thank you. Okay, it is also in our poster here. You can pick it from there. Thank you.
People poster no, you can paste it somewhere in your house. Well, sellotape, gum. Okay, now we are. This is the last thing we are doing here. Unveiling the agenda for state GBV response, the way forward. And this session is going to be manned by no other person than Mrs. Ego Cordelia Uzezi. Let's clap for her. Mommy, mommy. Mommy, mommy. Na kunaka, kunaka, kunaka. Ogini do. O deserve ya. Amazim.
Thank you, moderator. The commissioners here present, the RULAC, the major coordinators, organizers, the other participating CBOs and NGOs. The PG, yes. Asatu. Anameke known. I think we are rounding up. First and foremost, I must thank God for bringing all of us here and for keeping us to listen to both the keynote address, the lecture, the discussions made, contributions from various groups and various commissioners and other parastatals. So I think we achieved a lot. We learned a lot. We carry on and implement. We are known for talking, proposing policies without implementing. We will carry it out. Kita, we are here to now state, agree on what we will do so as to achieve this unity in ending what? Gender-based violence in our various homes and our society. Please pay attention. I want us now to agree on how we will do it. We put it down, agree, and then we take it on from there. So this is, we are giving how many minutes? 10 minutes. So be fast in your suggestion. Just stand up, we come, you tell us what we do to achieve this implementation strategy. We want to know, we want to agree on how to do this, how we will end this violence. Maka otego anobalia etiefe akwoma. Some women die. There are many have died because of what? Domestic violence. So we want to end it, or at least reduce. If we can't end, let us do what? Reduce.
Sure.
So, who is calling me? Those of them that work so. Ahead.
Them. And when I cannot name here,
Yes,
I am
okay.
coming to you. Okay.
Just mention your name, then.
My name is Chief Mrs. Carol Ikaba. I remember I gave a talk on this sometime to the women in my village, in my town, during one of the August meetings. And one of the resolutions we arrived at during that meeting, at the end of that meeting, was that this violence against women are perpetrated by men. And who are these men? These men are our children, our boys. So the women said that we all agree that what happens that we should go back to the families, to the homes. Because at homes, parents or women, mothers, pay attention to the training of the girls. The boys are not given any direction. Some of them don't even know that abusing a woman is a crime. So that mothers should refocus their attention, not just on the girls, and the boys too. So that when the boys are properly trained, you find that it becomes difficult for them to now to train our boys and the mothers. Let them know that this what do you call it? Abuse, whatever kind, on the women, on their wives or sisters or whoever, is bad. So that is one area which
training, both, not only female, but what? Male children. Both must be trained to imbibe the family norms. That's, I think, let us put it that way. Both, no
Okay, another
segregation
person.
of only female, but both male and female must be trained. Yes? Who else?
Okay, I'm coming to her.
When are you? Give us. We are summarizing.
Okay, I'm Right Honorable Victory Ekunife, the Speaker, Anambra State Children's Parliament. And I'm very happy that this session came about, because it's not about saying these things and putting them in writing, it's about how do we achieve them. And we've made note of the fact that Lagos have a hedge right in front of us because they have an agency. And this is something that we've been talking about before now, that it's in the law, section 44 of the VAP law, say that there should be a commission that will be handling this. We get to do these things. Since we want it to be a commission that will involve these top officials of the state, then as our palm sakes are here, I think we should be talking about, okay, when do there should be a meeting that will involve these people, maybe amongst yourselves, discuss it. Because some of these people that should be there are not around currently. So it's a matter of how there should be a plan.
We are now there. Tell us how we will
Yes,
do
that's
it.
what I'm saying, that there should be, since we need that commission, then the stakeholders that are present now should start thinking, how do we, maybe a day that they can meet, maybe during the excos, that they can meet and bring up this issue and raise it there, that this agency should stand, and okay, let's start amongst themselves. And because even the shelter that we're talking about, we cannot just bring out shelter, since the SAC center, we are still looking for how to make it very, very much functional. Bringing up shelter again is just raising structures that will not be functioning properly. If there is no agency to coordinate all these things, because if not, they will just be raised and they will not be properly conducted.
So if I understand, you are talking of effective functioning shelter, all right?
That one is second. That one is second line of action. Okay. What I'm saying is, that since
Okay.
the
We
panel,
have
the
heard
panel
it.
said
Then,
something
okay.
about the agency.
Okay.
So I'm saying that the stakeholders available
Very
should
well.
look for maybe during the to raise it, that this was what was discussed here today and the agreement to see how that agency can come to be as soon as possible.
Thank you.
There
Yes.
should be a communique.
Okay, thank you. Noted. Yes. Yes, any other
Next
person?
person.
Yes.
Who again? Okay. Who? Okay, Pamsek. You want to say something?
Okay, after I start to them.
Okay, sorry.
Praise the Lord. I'm Dr. Lady Jessie Obicheta, Asatu, Community Women Leader, Eziowele. Please, I want to suggest that we go back to our roots. The president of town unions, Asatu, president of town unions, the youth leaders, and the community women leaders have a work to do here. Go back to our towns, our communities, then there will be a meeting of the male folk, then the youth leader will man that of the youth, then the community woman leader will man that of the women. And there has to be serious sensitization of these VAP laws so that people know it is there and know the implication. And then from there we take it up. Because we can't give out what we don't have. Most people don't know about all these things, the implication of what they are doing. I think we start from there, and then there will be awareness. And with that, and adding to what the speaker suggested, having an agency that will be responsible for this. Thank you.
Thank you. Everybody is emphasizing having an.
I want to thank everybody, and everybody, and everybody. So what I just want to talk is that I just want to answer the last speaker's, what suggestion she made. That's the essence of this program. That's the essence, it becomes binding. So these things you people are talking here is exactly why we called you. So having said all this, they are not just going to be said that you have said it. There's no need that going to the ESCO, it is going to be binding. So we write a report of this committee. A report, definitely it has to be, it's not a child's play we are playing here. So it's not, everything you're taking here is issue and thanks to ROLAC. So if it's going to be just like you have said, you are going to make a suggestion, we have agreed on it, and then it will just begin to roll. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any more suggestion on
Okay, yes.
what we do? That's the important
There's
thing.
no need, okay.
Huh?
Wait,
Yes. PGs. I'm sorry, you were discussing. Yes, what do you have to tell us? Tonya. Somebody at the back?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Nwa.
Yeah, thank you very
Okay.
much. Good afternoon, all. My name is Comrade Ugochukwu Okeke, the State Chairman, Joint National Association of Persons with Disabilities. I think one of the things I'm suggesting that should be done is to make sure that justice system is accessible to persons with disabilities. I think it will go a long way to, get justice to persons with disabilities that are being, their rights are being violated in terms of JBV issues. For instance, some police stations are not accessible to persons with disabilities. Some courts are not accessible to persons with disabilities. And I'm suggesting, for instance, in prison, for instance, they don't allow persons with disability coming with their wheelchairs or crutches because they refer them as a weapon. And that is a kind of dehumanizing persons with disabilities. So if they can have their own within the correctional centers so that they can use it to, attend to persons with disabilities, which they can equally monitor, then in terms of the courts, if they can make, if there will be a way to make some courts accessible to persons with disabilities, it will be also fine. But whereby it is not necessary, if they can be conducting, what do they call it, this Zoom meeting or what, that's a word I'm looking out for. Online, yes. Virtual, there's virtually and person with disabilities who cannot have access to courts can stay at their comfort of their homes and now make their cases known. And people will now, help them to get access to justice through that means. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, PG.
PG.
Answer to question. Because the topic, or rather what we are here is to unite to end gender-based violence in Anambra State. And gender-based violence, as far as I'm concerned, is violence, or rather crime committed against individual based on their gender. And again, I will add vulnerability. But surprisingly, what we have been talking here is crime committed against girl child only. And I want to tell us that it's not only crime committed against girl child. It's also crime committed against children, boy child. Because boy child can be raped as well. Don't you agree with me? We have some madam here, not here, but some women, madam, who rape some children. Maybe because their guy normally travels. They will not lure that little boy into what we don't know. But we all center here against girl child. Though we frown against it also. And I believe why we talk about girl child because they are weaker sex as God made it. And that means there cannot be gender equality. Yeah, because God made it like that. I'm not trying to say that. But what we have is that there ought to be gender treatment, or rather fair treatment to everybody. So the protagonists against this social malady normally go free, or in fact they are induced because of their quest to get rich quick. And again, we, the President Generals, because everybody, after talking, they will hammer it on President General, we will not take it home. We will not take it home, and in fact, we have been fighting that cause with the Igwes and some other people. So, gentlemen, this is a social evil that every hand must be on deck. That's why we are here. And the President Generals, being at the helm of the affairs in our respective communities, I mean, we will carry that cross, and we believe that if all hands will be on deck, including all of us, because it's not supposed to be one person's affair. I mean, we will fight that social evil to a halt. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. So we all agree we must unite to fight this.
Because yes, yes.
We noted what you said, but let me emphasize that all along, we didn't separate male from female. We are talking of gender. So we never emphasize only on female, girl child, no? Maybe you think we are emphasizing. So, the program is gender, and gender is male and female, okay? Okay, the communique we announce says in both male and female, assigning responsibilities based on what the person can do and not based on female or male. Even though there are some responsibilities a man must do, okay? So any other way, any other suggestion, because we are at the implementation stage, not, no, I remember somebody emphasized on, talked on the victim withdraw, especially the parents withdrawing from me. What do we do if we notice, being a president of the town, if you notice that the family is withdrawing from the case, is there anything you can do so that the justice must be established? And if we continue establishing justice, people will now start coming up, you know, then these Marudas will start hiding away. They continue coming up because they feel we can't do anything. We can't do anything. What shall we do? Collaborating, the CSO will try their best, and coming into the town, the PG will support the parents to keep the case, because bringing it up is promoting, or rather, well, I don't know. So tell us.
N'uche nke m ga-asị na we must promote a culture of inu ife ikwu onye, and most importantly, we need not to ostracize anybody, because the biggest challenge is the fear of, if I relay my experience, I might not have the opportunity to either get married, the way people will view me, and the rest of them. So that openness, we have to make deliberate attempt at encouraging people to be able to speak up and to be able to also take affirmative action where such things have been recorded. And those that have been seen to commit such crimes, there must be evidence that they have received their punishment. So there has to be a deliberate attempt at making sure that justice is seen to be served, and that nobody is ostracized for going through such, and that society must be open enough to listen and accept those individuals, rather than dehumanize them or find a way to make them feel bad about their situation. They need to help them to heal. So I think these are the areas we need to concentrate, because it's about openness in the conversation. It's about making sure that those that are involved are not, seen to be doing something different or bad, but they are rather helping to uncover the ills in the society, and society must protect them by all that are involved. So both the community leaders, both the security agencies, both the government, especially the Ministry of Women Affairs, and all those that are involved, should fall in line in helping to ensure that these people receive the protection they need, and that justice is seen to be done, and that those that are perpetrating this crime, that they are continuously exposed and not given any resting place. I think once we get into these spaces, we will see these issues dying more and more. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I think this, to my mind, has closed the discussion of the agreement. Or do we have any other thing to add?
It's like, you want to talk? Okay,
Good afternoon, everyone. I thank you, Madam, for that issue you raised now. What Barrister Maduforo said when they were sitting there at the panel. He made mention of people backing down, and not wanting to continue their cases. And the question we should ask ourselves is, what makes these people to back down? You understand? Most of these survivors are indigent. And once they come to report, they start getting threatened. And they don't have finances, nowhere to run to. Talk about safe haven, as in the shelter. Nowhere to run to, nowhere happy. Knowing that these people are indigent, they need support. The money people need to run around these cases. Some of these survivors, their parents who are living on day-to-day income, they will leave whatever they are doing to pursue these cases. How do you want them to keep pursuing it? You understand, we have a girl that was abandoned by the aunt just a few days ago. They reported at the center. But as God may have it, one of the PGs that lived in Lagos, they are from Nnewi, was around. So the man now took up the case because the girl, the aunt, left her and traveled. So some vigilantes took advantage of her and raped her. So the case now went to the PG. The PG now took it upon himself and brought the girl to Ntasi, even to the police and all that. If you see the money this man spent, he told me he has spent over 200,000. You understand? Because he didn't know, you know, had it been, he came to it. So these people, I really, really admired that PG. He tried. He's even still on that case because the case went to the CID, state CID, and the perpetrator petitioned him at zone 13. So you see now, the case has been moving. They want to kind of make that case to die. You understand? But as God may have it, we have a contact of DCP, Abuja, DCP agenda. So I gave it to the caseworker that is working. So somehow I believe the case, you know, will kind of see the light of the day. Mostly indigents that suffer. Okay, me, I'm working at SAC. So our own case is sexual violence. So when it comes to sexual violence done to children, we really need you people's help to help remedy these things. At least that's, that PG, yes, exonerated you people. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. I think the PAMSEC has something to add.
Okay. Thank you very much, Chinaya, for that. It was one of the things and nobody has bothered to ask why. It's not only because of stigma. It's partly because of funding. They don't have the funds to be going to and fro. They go to court today, they say come tomorrow. Nobody gives them money. But if we had an agency like Lagos State, they fund these things. So that is the point we are making, because there's already established fund for these agencies, and they help these people, and are willing to take them to the land all the way. So if we have our agencies or our commission, whatever we call it, I don't care what it is, but let it just be somewhere that is a unified place that we can be using to leverage on and get these funds. They will be able to help these indigents. And I bet you if you have that, they will not be saying, no, I don't want to continue with the case. It's more of funding. Thank you.
I think that summarizes and closes the matter. Thank you very much for your beautiful conclusion. What it means that we have all agreed what we do. I thank you all, and I believe if we all will do what we have agreed to do, things will be better. The violence in our families, in our societies, will end by the grace of God through Christ our Lord.
Amen. Thank you, ma. The moderator, okay, please come. She has finished, so that you tell us what to do next. But in the meantime, let me just steal 1 minute to acknowledge the ROLAC team here present. Because each time ROLAC, they will call me. And then people would, I am the face of ROLAC here, I acknowledge. But I have a team that I am working with. And then you people will not imagine how much effort this team puts in all that we do. Particularly this conference. Short of Isin and Shedra slept in the printing press today, I can tell you. So, and then Obroso Sonyawa, Ngozi is there. Ngozi is not even supposed to be here because of the enormous work the Allian office. But then I told them that we are hosting a statewide conference so that we will all be here. Ngozi is here, Jude is here. Nkiru is manning another workshop that ROLAC is hosting at Hilton Leisure. Even Ngozi's daughter, because they have vacated,
She said that she will come to help us, Chibuzo. So I say a very big thank you to all of them. And then I am praying that God will bless them as they continue to do this job. May God open more doors for them. That we will look at the communique we'll have. It is not for us to decide anything. It is for the state to take action on it. On that note, I say a very big thank you.
Madam Rolak, thanks a lot. Okay, I think we are almost at the getting to the end of this course, this event. But you have available our communique. So I don't know, Charles. I don't know how ready you are. Johanna. MDAs. Especially. Because the communique, Johanna and Charles, Biano put team one up so that we'll get something. Johanna, Charles. No, I just told her now because she's trying to. We'll do your wishes because in the PG. Even though no one have a community, so we can't hurt you. The communique. Yes, Biko, because some people will have to sign the communique. I don't know if it's typed. K1 Charles is not even responding. Johanna has not answered my call. No, we need to see you before you run away. See, come in front so that we'll hold you. We'll see you and hold you. Okay, awesome. So that you don't waste the line. On behalf of PGs. Okay, they said one person will sign on behalf of the PGs. Yes, so they've delegated somebody to do that. The Vice President. She's okay. Johanna, is it Johanna? Okay, Barrister, you're getting his name. Okay, they look at personal note. Don't mind me. You should have told me.
Good afternoon, everyone. Draft communique issued at Anambra Unite Conference 2024.
Please, let's listen to the communique.
This is very important.
So that
this
we can
is why we
agree
are
or
here.
disagree, please.
Biko camera, the other second camera, Biko Bianna, please.
Okay, preamble. The Rule of Law and Anti-Corruption Rollout Program on the 16 Days of Activism Unite Conference to End Gender-Based Violence in Anambra State. The preamble says the VAP League raised an outcry on the involvement of everyone, especially our community leaders, on how they can help to combat SGB. Oh, I'm sorry. All right. Okay. Sorry, okay. The preamble, the Rule of Law and Anti-Corruption Program on the 16 Days of Activism Unite Conference to End Gender-Based Violence in Anambra State. we have 3 preambles, which is the VAP League raised an outcry on the involvement of everyone, especially our community leaders, on how they can help us to combat SGBV by getting involved in the sensitization. Another one is the Commissioner of Women Affairs spoke on how the public should kill the attitude of "it is not my business" so that we can win this war. Then the traditional rulers expressed pain in the act of GBV happening around us and promised to help in any way. Now, the resolution. The people deliberated on a number of topical issues around SGBV and resolved as follows. Number 1, the VAP League suggested a simplified copy of the Child Rights Law and VAP law. The second one, they also agreed that we can have support from donors to make the sensitization easier, and that we can also get philanthropists in the state to support the fight. There should be more SAC centers available for the people to access, and there should be creation of more special courts because the current special court is overwhelmed. That access to justice and speedy judgment should be made available. Also, that the Ministry of Women Affairs should push for the creation of a VAP commission in the state for proper implementation. That we need more cooperation from the traditional leaders to reduce the SGBV by allowing survivors to go straight to the police instead of mandating the victims to allow them handle it themselves. That the Ministry of Women Affairs should be at the forefront of the fight against SGBV because they are the mother ministry. There is need for multi-sectoral collaboration to fight it from the roots. Every system should come together, like CSO and agencies, to team up and fight SGBV. That the communities will help us to create shelters for survivors of SGBV to prevent the vigilante from violating them. Children can also be perpetrators, so we need a juvenile correctional center. There should be an agency in charge of different shelters. That the state government should help with more rehabilitation centers for drug addicts, and that the fees should be subsidized. There should be a one-stop center for reporting of and the naming of sexual offenders. Sorry, we'll correct that. Register where sexual offenders registers where perpetrators can be named and shamed, and where adequate data can be retrieved. So it was said, so that's yeah, I had to put it. Yeah. Okay. Settlement before going to court should be discouraged because when perpetrators are jailed, it serves as a deterrent to others. Conversely, the state government should create an agency that can fund litigation of GBV cases. That there should be a synergy between the stakeholders, governmental and non-governmental organizations in the fight, so all stakeholders should come together and agree to it. Finally, stakeholders should encourage survivors to speak up and should be open to discussing the issue, and members of the society, such as community leaders, government and women affairs, should encourage and protect them. Thank you. We can agree or disagree. The floor is open.
Oh, this is an intellectual property. Okay, because you know, for this, for the adoption of this, what is it called? Communique. People must, our representatives must sign it. If not, this thing. And where are Polonia? Check what it's in my house, Polonia. Here, PG, my PG never since. Madam Rolak, PG never since. No, ask them many my go.
Just an observation. Just an observation. I discovered that some of the points, the resolution, some of these points made were not captured there. Like the one I said, the one she said, I talked about going back to our roots. I talked about going back to our roots, that the PGs for the male folk, the youth leader, under a certain umbrella, you have the PGs, the community women leaders, and then the ASATU youth, that they should go back to the community to organize sensitization sort of workshop or meeting or town hall meeting in order to capture, to sensitize the
among the women leaders, one of female PTA.
Yes.
The ASATU youth, they critical in this. Now listen.
In the families, the boy child should be trained. Training of boys so that they know that gender violence is an offense.
Let our families train our boys. Omo ndinne agwasana nwa gị nke nwaanyị je saa moto nke nwoke anọdụ nke nwaanyị je sie nri nke nwoke je saa moto. You're telling that boy so ihe ọma eme bụ ihe siri ike ka ọ zaa ụlọ ọ bụrụ sọ ụna nọ n'ihe na-ekwu ụmụ nwoke je nọ n'azụ ụlọ gwa ụmụ ụnụ ndị nwoke ka ha na-azụ ụlọ. For the youth, ASATU youth, he will sign. This guy is critical. Keep on paper. What the? Then vice. Okay, but what the? What's the one? Pen. Ndi PAMSEC ga sign for us. PAMSEC of PAMSEC. Unu depend. Who sign off? When you sign on behalf of the PAMSEC. Okay, go on. Hostess sign. Hostess. Oh no, my God. Hey, how did you? Either if you sign off. Okay, I get this. But you know how you make agree they will sign. Okay. Una neli ni ome sen na cheta. Ki me just straight. You sign. It depends. It depends.
I'm telling him to something.
You don't sign. Just sign. I get here. Either I forget sign. You go in and sign. Mbo fuwe open na is do not sign. You got to go. I get me attached to the community. Shady. We want to end the life. Okay. When he go now. Okay, women affairs. Vote of thanks. Okay, let's take vote of thanks from the permanent secretary of this ministry. We're ending. Mano we hen chokai maybe find your end there. Shadrach or Potago. Shadrach. Hi. I go women's song. Before I end there. You put your end there streaming.
Good afternoon once again, everybody. It's a great pleasure for me to have all of you here, the Minister of Women Affairs, this conference, and organized by ROLAC. Just like they have been helping us in this committee, the VAP committee. It's a VAP committee, and that's why all of you are members of this VAP, and they are called. This is because we want to see this committee effective, implementing the laws the VAP committee is trying to do. And you are the stakeholders there. And I want to appreciate all of you, the CSOs, the ways, if, and they could not, ofoye na esiro mana so we want to appreciate all of you because we called you and you came. And actually, I can't stop. Each time I pick my mic to thank ROLAC, because when I came into this Minister of Women Affairs as a PAMSEC and the chairman of this VAP committee, I found out that most of the things we are supposed to do, everything, even they go extra mile to do the ones that are not even in their mandates. So they have been giving me a very serious support. I will always appreciate you, Madam Josephine ROLAC, that came for this conference. Thank all of you for coming, and I assure you that just like they are putting the communique, all these resolutions, we have taken all your ideas and your support. The mandate of the committee will actually take this thing up the way he said. I'll make sure it reaches His Excellency. And then these things will take effect because that is the heart. The GBV is one of the things that is very there to Mr. Governor, very there. And the ministry, and he's so passionate about this ministry, very, very passionate. And Mr. Governor is very passionate about this GBV activities. So, and he's trying everything possible to support, he's doing everything within to support us. And the ministry is actually doing. Even without enough resources, the ministry is doing it. And that's why we are pleading for you stakeholders to come in, because it's a PPP.